Hey people. As you can see, I'm not in my usual location. I am actually walking around my parents' lovely neighborhood in Santa Fe because we are up here for the day. We came up early this morning and we're going to be here for the evening, overnight. And I thought I would take a little stroll as I do my post this evening, which obviously means I'm not at the piano, which, I have to make up for that next time maybe. But what I've been kind of reflecting on today, and what has been, this has been something that's kind of been building in me, I think, over the last several, maybe, weeks. There's a sense of, and I know this from so many other domains of my life, whether it's been like sports when I was younger, or school, or music, or theater, working on pieces of theater or film. I have a sense like there's a phase of every process that feels like when you do all this work and you have all these realizations and you have movement and things change and things are uplifting and it's inspiring, and you feel transition. It's all about transition and it's all shifting. And then there comes a time also in the process, and sometimes it's just moments, but sometimes it's a whole kind of phase of the process where it kind of feels like nothing's changing and nothing's, like getting better, nothing's getting worse necessarily, but there's a sense of like, I don't know what to call it. It's not coasting, but it's kind of like it's like the heart of the work, the kind of like the middle territory. Like if it's a race, it's not the start of the race and it's not the finish of the race, it's the middle of the race. And that period where we're not inherently in any kind of like intense moment or a transitional moment, but still every single moment just counts just as much. But we're tempted to kind of, I don't know, there's a sense of potentially being lulled into a kind of complacency. And as I say that, I'm not even sure why I frame it as something like complacency, which obviously has a negative connotation. But what I'm getting at is a feeling of like, even in the context of something like spiritual work or building a creative career with consciousness kind of at the center of it, which is what I really feel like I'm doing right now with my teaching and with my playing and performing as well. There's a sense of, there are moments of excitement, and then there are moments of, just the work. And I think I am somebody who has, again, I'm trying to frame this in a way that makes it not a criticism, but makes it a, something that expands my awareness. I feel like I'm somebody who has historically started strong. I start projects really strong, and I often finish really strong. But that middle territory, I can sometimes just get a little, it's like you don't have the excitement of the start, and you don't have the sort of the goal, the tangibility of the goal, the tangibility of the outcome, isn't there yet because you're not at the finish. And so in the middle is, I think, where my particular personality, my particular approach can kind of just sit back. I can sort of like, that's where I lose consciousness. That's the best way of saying it. That's where I can kind of lose. I think I'm gonna turn around here. But kind of a cool walk, huh? The arroyo. I can kind of lose my drive or the aspects of the process that keep me really on edge and really engaged. And I think that's something that I'm learning to both be aware of, and also I'm trying to find ways of recognizing that middle swath of the process is really the meat and potatoes of it all. You know, just because it doesn't have the kind of transitional nature of some of the other parts of the process, that doesn't mean that it's not a really important part of the process, or that every single moment, every single iota of the time isn't just as important or just as pivotal as a moment that's right at the beginning or a moment that's right at the end. And I feel like this comes up even in my piano playing. You know, there are all kinds of ways that this manifests, and I'm mostly trying to, again, not be self-critical here too much, but I'm trying to kind of develop an awareness of my own particular style, my own particular proclivities, so that I can hopefully stay awake, stay even more awake. You know, there's a kind of, I have a kind of respect for people who are really able to kind of stay in it the whole time, show up, really show up, not get, people who don't need the excitement or the thrill or the sweetness of completion in order to be fully invested. And I think, you know, it's ironic that I'm talking about this right now, because all I've been talking about for the last several weeks is a feeling of being in transition, a feeling of being totally, you know, I mean, I felt like my journey with Madeline was, bam, a big transitional moment that is, again, kind of just beginning. The masterclass ended 2 days ago. Heading into a new phase of that work. We've moved houses. That's still happening. We're there now, but we're still, you know, that transition is by no means completed. We're having kind of our summer, a bit of traveling, a bit of like never quite settling into a rhythm. Annalise is going to go to school in a month or so. That'll be a big transition. Everything's in flux. But for some reason, this sense, I think maybe this video post is giving me this sense that I'm in the middle of something, and now's the time to stay awake. Now's the time to be really, to really take every, you know, to carpe every DM, so to speak. And to like really be in it. I don't know why this is coming through for me. I really don't know why this is kind of showing up for me right now, but I just have a sense of like wanting to encourage myself to remain present and to not allow habits or patterns to determine what I do with my time, what I do with every moment of every day. You know, to determine how seriously I take my practices. All of that is up to me. And I'm just trying to kind of wake myself up, be on my game there, be really alive to the opportunity of every moment. I think as I have, you know, added music into my post over the last couple days, and as I'm started to receive what's coming through there, there's a level of urgency and reality and just showing upness that still feels like it's a risk somehow. There's an unknown. There's a leaning into the unknown there that still feels really, really vital. And I suppose I'm just trying to get myself to a place where I feel like I'm naturally embracing that, naturally leaning into that. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at today. Again, it's kind of an unexpected sense to be having, because, like I said, I've felt so much like transition is the nature of my life right now, and that continues to be the case. But there really is a sense of, yeah, but hang on to stay in it, 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 stay in it. Just kind of like remaining in the game that feels vital. I don't know. But yeah. Thanks, people. Thanks for giving me someone to talk to on my walk today. I appreciate you, as always. Much love to you, and I'll see you tomorrow.